Off we go to find this guy. Hang on, I'm just gonna double check to make sure I'm not like missing anything. He's heard of Anderson. Can I like talk to him?
Okay,
Nope.
leave. What's up?
Thoughts on your current situation?
I think you're the only.
Alright. I guess not. Off we go to this way. 2 points for blaming the problem. 1 point for man. Okay, so I can get 2. Okay, so I think we can still do this. We should be good. We just gotta go find that vertibird and then talk to Caesar after we wrap up here. Get a dog, little longy. Get a dog. Hey. Wake up. I'm some guy from out... You've got 2? Greedy bastard.
Tom Anderson. Can I help you?
Murderer extraordinaire.
I'm with the followers of the apocalypse, and I help the locals. The soil and the hot, dry environment don't make it. We've even got our own food store, the West Side Co-op, complete with basic refrigeration. The co-op is comprised of West Side locals and run by Clayton Antonine. They produce all of their own food and share the profits of the co-op. I don't go looking for fights with them, but they don't have the best interests of people in mind. Certainly not locals. The bottom line for NCR is productivity and growth. Politicians back in Shady Sands are completely detached from the people actually living here.
Here's the fuck thing about all this. So what he wants is... Well, here, I'll show it.
No one by that name has come here, I'm afraid.
No, you're
You must have
nuts.
heard
You're
wrong.
crazy.
You can ask around if you... Some of the other followers mentioned you. All right.
Yeah, I murdered him.
I killed Corporal White to protect West Side self-reliance. It was rash, and I regret it now.
It's a little fucking
We don't
nuts.
have money to pay for the water, so I rigged a pump station to divert water to the local cisterns from time to time.
So that fucks the farmers over. And then it's like, this guy, Corporal White, he's kind of, sort of, is he out here doing the right thing? Kind of? He's sort of just out here for glory? But also he's like, sort of doing the right thing? But then also like, how come these guys can't get some help, you know? Here,
If
what
the
about
NCR
this?
thinks White was killed by, say, members from the Scorpions gang, it may be enough for them to...
Sure. West Side, West Side.
Thank you. What happened was...
Hey, kind of crazy, right?
What's up?
Did you notice how I did that? It's crazy, right? Crazy, right?
The only
Crazy, right? Pretty crazy.
interesting way of
Hey!
very
Vsauce,
subversive.
Michael here.
I don't know if the Scorpions deserve to be wiped out for something they didn't do, but that's one less problem.
What about wiped out for the rest of the stuff? And that was just, you know, one of the laundry lists. Pretty
I need to talk to you about something. if
Holy
you have a
shit.
minute.
Have we done it? Sure.
Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past and how I might be able to help out.
Arcade, shut the fuck up.
I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant
Just checking.
of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people.
Kind of base.
Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro.
Oh, man, you can't use enter? That sucks.
After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel. A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here. The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight
They're
against
like
Caesar.
80.
That's a hard question to answer. So militarily, yes, I want them to help NCR. If possible, I'd like to figure out a way to help the NCR win Hoover Dam without holding New Vegas.
I'll do it.
Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me.
And one of them just so happens to be right out here. It's like right over here, I think. Hey, right over here. Incredible. Hey there. I was like a Nazi, basically.
You don't strike me as someone down on their luck.
No, I've
What
got
brings
10.
you to Westside?
The guy behind you.
Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us?
You tell him.
Well,
Oh.
assuming our equipment cache is intact, my squad would have the edge in armor and firepower. There's only a handful of us, though, so the best tactic would be for us to swoop in where the target is.
Sure.
I'll be there, but it won't mean squat if the rest of the group isn't there, too. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro.
But
I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech things, and Whitman flew the chopper. Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary.
sounds dangerously based.
I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know?
Sure, we killed a
Force
couple
of George
innocent
were
people
pretty ruthless.
several
The
times.
rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants. Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region. I helped tend the crops, stand watch for... a couple of years now. I was a trader for a while.
Fascinating. Uh-huh.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the
Judah,
Enclave or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him.
That's their story, Arcade, not yours.
Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years.
Neat. Alright, and then another one is right down there. Oh yeah, here we go. There's the one lady just hanging out over here. She'll have something to say. There she is. Miss America.
Fine weather for flying. It's times like these that make me miss it all.
I like flying.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance, I help folks strip down the more complicated bits of salvage they bring in. Engines mostly. The bits and pieces we take out are usually worth more. I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go...
Oh, I was a happy girl when I was in that cockpit. Watch your six,
Since my
Bravo
mother
7. Oh,
died,
hey, you
Daisy's
got up
been
there.
the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy.
Oh,
There have been some good men along
the
the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly.
Ew, what
Broke
is
her
that
heart around
face? Glory days.
Not much glory in the Enclave. Most of her old comrades are long gone.
You know, she's right behind
I
you.
know life as a salvager can't compare to being a vertibird pilot, but at least it's a life.
Okay, see, enter works here. Hang on. Does it work? Is it just like very specific conversation in those? Because that's so much more
What's up?
comfortable for me. Arrow keys work.
Okay.
Okay, whoa, 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 that works. What did I tell him to
What's
do,
up?
by the way? Tell me about you.
I think you're on the right
Okay,
track.
for some reason I
only-
can press enter sometimes. Also, what did I tell him to do? I have no idea. Alright, well. Here, we'll hit up the kings. We'll give the bastard the money. Pick up the dog. Things will be great. Because we gotta go
Word is those tough guy rangers are here.
hit up the Jacobstown where one of the remnants is with the dog anyways. We might as well get 2 birds, 1 dog. Let's get these 2 birds stoned. Where could I maybe pass this test? What is it? Speech 48. I need... I think I can drink scotch and read page 54. Holy shit, that went way up. Yeah, I can read scotch, drink scotch, and read meeting people. And I don't have to pay him shit!
Look who's back.
It's the guy with 60 speech, that's who's back.
You know what? I like you. Head on through.
Can't fucking miss him. Are you gonna... Is he gonna do something?
Things are tense on the strip right now. The head of one of Mr. House's families was killed. Time to lay low. You
Oh, shit!
understand?
He's going in. Yeah. Great stuff.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. His
More like, what can I do to you?
charge. Pace
That
must be
crazy
at it again.
pacer.
What did he take you for? Pace must be losing his touch. Either that or you're
Hell
a
yeah,
smooth
bitch.
one. So, what can I do for you?
Trying to fix your dog.
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good?
Sure.
I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice? It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man tell me that one of those bodyguards, a fellow named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never... Specifically, I want you to hire him. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't... You may have noticed that some of those guards out there are kings, too. I'm just
Kings.
looking out for my men. I'm not trying to get some kind of unfair advantage. I just want to...
Sure.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
Hey there.
Holy,
The
200.
kid's friend, right?
Sure. Gia Blues. So we'll do that when we come back. Let me just here. I'll set myself up. Bang. Now there's no chance I'll forget it. Nice.